Hello, America. Let's talk about something truly terrifying: efficiency. Specifically, the kind being unleashed on our federal workforce by none other than Elon Musk. You know, the guy who wants to send us to Mars but can't seem to get his cars to stop crashing into stationary objects. Well, now he's in charge of streamlining the US government. What could possibly go wrong? Musk, leading the creatively named Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, because why not, has promised to trim the fat. And by trim the fat, he means potentially laying off hundreds of thousands of federal employees. Economists are throwing out numbers like confetti at a sad clown convention, ranging from a mild 80,000 to a gut-wrenching 300,000, plus another 450,000 contractors. Now, the government does love its paperwork, but these aren't just numbers on a spreadsheet. These are real people. People with families, mortgages, and crippling student loan debt. People who, ironically, probably paid their taxes to fund the very department that's now showing them the door. And what happens to those families and communities when the primary breadwinner gets a pink slip, courtesy of the Doge? Well, that's where things get really interesting, folks. Buckle up, because it's about to get bumpy. Imagine you're a small business owner in a town where the local IRS office just got Thanos snapped. Suddenly, your customer base, made up largely of government employees, has vanished faster than a Tesla on autopilot approaching a brick wall. Not great for business, right? That's the reality facing many communities, particularly in places like Maryland, Virginia, and Washington, D.C., where federal jobs are about as common as politicians with questionable ethics. These areas are bracing for impact as the layoffs ripple through local economies. And it's not just the mom and pop shops feeling the pinch. The housing market, already teetering on the edge of sanity thanks to rising interest rates and avocado toast inflation, is in for a wild ride. Imagine the housing market flooded with homes for sale from families forced to relocate because, paying rent is generally frowned upon when you're unemployed. So we've got businesses shutting down, houses sitting empty, and a whole lot of uncertainty hanging in the air, like the faint scent of desperation and stale coffee in a government office break room. But hey, at least we're being efficient, right? Let's put a human face on these statistics, shall we? Meet Emma Frieux, a former physical science technician from Iowa. Emma, a dedicated public servant, is now facing the harsh reality of unemployment. Saddled with student loan debt and a future as uncertain as a self-driving car in a snowstorm. Emma's story is just one of many. Across the country, federal workers are grappling with the emotional and financial fallout of these layoffs. They're facing impossible choices. Do they drain their savings? Do they uproot their families and move to a new city with the faint hope of finding work in a shrinking job market? These are the real consequences of these so-called efficiency measures. The human cost of this grand experiment in government downsizing is playing out in living rooms and kitchen tables across the nation. But hey, at least Elon Musk will have a cool new line on his resume, right? Here's the thing about government, it's not exactly known for its speed or agility. It's like a giant cruise ship trying to do a three-point turn in a bathtub. So when you start gutting essential departments and scaring away talented individuals, it's not like you can just snap your fingers and rebuild overnight. We're talking about long-term damage to vital research programs, environmental protection agencies, and institutions that keep our air cleanish and our water drinkable-ish. And let's not forget about the brain drain. The brightest minds, the innovators, the problem solvers, they're not going to stick around for a front row seat to the government efficiency show. They're going to take their talents elsewhere, leaving a void that will be difficult, if not impossible, to fill. So congratulations, America. We've successfully implemented efficiency measures that could cripple our government for generations to come. But hey, at least we saved a few bucks in the process, right? And that's what really matters, right?